Well, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. I have Sunday off. I'm going to be riding my bike, as you can see in the back. Yeah, good news. My bankruptcy case got approved. They didn't say anything was excluded. Of course, I'm still paying student loans, and my car got reaffirmed. I lost my goddamn jury summons paper. There's not a link on the site of like a lost paper or something, so I'm gonna have to call them. I was supposed to call the week before August, I think, and yeah, I lost the paper, so got to take care of that. Don't want to get arrested. I don't know how the hell I lost the paper. Had it in my room. So yeah, I'm not gonna have credit cards anymore, because part of it, something comes up and you have available credit, you're gonna use it. So if you don't have credit, something comes up, well, tough luck. Rather have tough luck than do what I've done the last 15 years of things keeping on coming up and using credit, spending money I don't have. So I can, yeah, keep a little of the money that I earn, which feels good better. So pretty happy about that. Relieved. It's kind of a relief. So lesson learned. Of course, I've touched on this many times in my videos. So yeah, it's good. You know, the life is life. What is the meaning of life? You know, I think we make the meaning, to be honest with you. How we act affects other people, and then we all judge and feel from all that and from the world. This idea that the meaning comes from the world downloaded to us, I mean, I don't know. We create our own meaning. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. How we inspire each other, both positively and negatively, is the meaning. What drives us, right? Why, me, I know that I'm kind of, when I'm involved in something, I'm kind of good at, like, going all in on that, whatever I'm doing at the time being. So, biology, that's our brains, man. It is I saw this little thing on Facebook. I guess the father and the daughter in Russia, a freaking bear was eating the daughter. The daughter called her mother. It's gruesome. I guess the father got killed by that bear. It just shows like how, at least a cat will try to kill you first. So we ain't talking about predators. Yeah, the bear has to be one of the worst. I mean, if it's not going to kill you, it's just going to start eating you while you're still alive. That's just it's crazy. Um, it's crazy. Um, it puts bears at one of the worst. Oh, really? Yeah, when it comes to judging them as evil, you know, what is evil, what is good, what's good and evil. You can't really say that just like killing is just killing no matter what. Sadly, if nobody consumed anything, we would starve and die. So even with plants. So it's just a sad thing of life that in order to live, you have to consume something or a non-human animal. It's it is sad to think about it that way, though. I mean, it is. So, I mean, I'm not going to say the meaning of life is to kill and to survive, but yet we have to survive. And sadly, for us to survive, somebody has to die. Not a human person, hopefully. Unless that human person's trying to kill you. So animals do the same thing. The bear's just trying to survive. But so is it evil? It's not like they have a choice. The bear's doing what the bear does. But even if it isn't their choice, it doesn't make it excused from the perspective of evil, does it? It's almost like ignorance of the law is not the excuse. So yeah, I'm not going to be like, hey man, we don't deserve to be alive because we eat meat. That's just mind trickery of, people. Part of the luxury, I guess, of being so successful that we've been removed from life like that and don't have to really worry about killing something because it's done for us. But it definitely highlights, though, of what would be probably definitely wrong is waste, right? If you're killing to eat, that's what you do. But if you're wasting food, then you're wasting life, right? So it really kind of makes you look in the perspective of like, don't waste food. Not only because there's other people starving in the world, but because you're wasting life if you're throwing food away. Which then you could say that, hey, if you have excess food that you're not going to eat, I could see you morally shaming people. Well, not really using that, but to donate that food so it gets used. You know what I mean? Because that's just a waste. And then you are just senselessly taking life and you're not using it. And then that would be. I could definitely. And I'm not, hating on vegans. I'm not. It's good to look at ethics and definitely how we raise the cattle we eat is, something to be concerned about. Why not have the cow live a good life before we kill it to eat it? I heard this philosopher talk about, would you, if you're on a boat with a person or a dog, you had a choice, you had to choose, would you throw the dog? Yeah, I mean, of course you throw the dog. And then he says, well, it depends on the number. Well, I'm sorry. Would I choose to kill a person over making a whole animal species extinct? I'm sorry, I'd make a species of animals extinct. I wouldn't be happy about it. And that does state in, I guess, that I think of humans as being more important than animals. Yeah. I'm not saying animals aren't important, though. But I'm not going to be like, I saved a bunch of dogs, so I killed this human being. I would feel more guilty over killing a human being, knowing I saved a bunch of dogs. Even though I do like dogs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it wouldn't matter the number. The philosopher is like, well, now that you can change the number, all of a sudden it changes. No, it don't. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would kill 20 dogs to save a human being. Unless the human being was Hannibal Lecter or an evil human being. But even if I didn't like the human being, I would still kill the dogs. That's, you know, I can't get behind, oh, I gotta save 10 dogs, so I kill the human being. You freaking can't do that. You gotta value, you know what I mean? This kind of freaking mind warping of vegans and that kind of mindset, it's almost like religion, where we are using the same kind of energy of, you know, it's that kind of, but you know, that's a ridiculous problem anyways. How the hell are you going to be on a boat and have that choice and then be forced to choose? You know, and maybe that's why you can see where people are feeling guilty over being alive. It's because, yeah, we kill to eat. Or we have other people who have killed and stored it at the grocery store for us to eat, so we don't have to worry about it. So, yeah. It is part of life. Sadly, the meaning of life, I believe we create. But at the same time, you could look at that and say that's the meaning of life, is death. Because if no one dies, then everybody dies. It's kind of weird to think about it that way. But we consume life. So if we stop consuming life, then we die. Same with the animals. The bear doesn't kill, it dies. It's just sad that the bears kill in the way that they do, basically eating while it's still alive, the creature. It's like, darn, why can't the bear be like the cat and break the neck and then eat and be a little bit more humane? It's gruesome. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not an atheist. I guess I would be more agnostic per se. You know, if we did evolve from monkeys, why didn't the other monkeys evolve with us? That's a question in itself. Why are there still monkeys? How come the monkeys are there and we evolved from them and they stayed behind? Was there like a decision not to evolve? Kind of not just like cellularly? And a group at the monkeys decided not to, and then we did, and then how the heck can you answer that question? If we evolved from monkeys, you would think that the monkeys that are alive today would have evolved with us, and then they would have been humans too, and then the monkeys wouldn't be around because we evolved. You know what I mean? A mutation, then. So, the idea that we're kind of like from space, another life form, kind of, yeah, I can get behind that because it's weird. It's freaking weird. When you think about evolution and how freaking we are kind of driven by the environment without some kind of struggle, then what are we doing? It's kind of, yeah. So, a direction. So, yeah, just try to be honest effort, Try to be good. That's all you have to do. Is try to be good. Try to make good in the world, right? When making a decision, is it good? Is it bad? Try to avoid being bad, I guess. That's kind of, yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy world. Crazy to think. I feel sorry. You don't have to know somebody to. I mean, at some level, you don't care about, like, hey, someone's fucking lost their job and I don't know the person. Yeah, I mean, they lost their job, but they'll find another one. I'm not going to waste any time thinking about that. But, at the same time, when you read a story like that, and she's calling her mother thinks it's a prank. Yeah, it's just sad. Contemplate life, the meaning, I think. The meaning of the world, I think a lot of it is, how we've interpreted it to be. So, bring good, and good will happen, right? The question of God. What is God? How do you define God? I heard someone say that gravity is an expression of time and space. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty crazy. That time bends. So, yeah, I don't know. But as much as our world's in our heads, we got to make it happen in the world, though. So, I don't know. I hope that you guys have a good day, and thank you.